Hey guys, today we are going to talk about in social studies, we're doing more map skills. So we are going to talk about this compass rose, which is never eat sour watermelon, north, east, south, and west. We are going to talk about the scale and how to use your ruler to measure from one place to another. So let's get started. I am going to have you pause and try and figure it out. Now I know I'm on your screen and you can't really measure, but especially for this compass rose, did y'all see that move? I want you paying attention and you can do it. Okay, so let's look at this map. It has a key right here. So we have, this is the school. We have, this is the museum. This is the hospital. This is City Hall, the library, and the post office. So, I want to know, if we're looking at the school, what way do I have to drive to get to the museum? Okay, I want you to pause right here, figure it out. I hope,
Make sure you do your lunch count. Go in the hub and make sure you do your lunch count.
All right, just like you're at school, that happens. Okay, anyway, the school, if I'm at the school, I am going to drive north to get to the museum. If I'm at school, I'm going to drive north to get to the museum. If I am at City Hall, what direction am I going to drive to get to the school? Pause right here and answer that. All right, you should have said, Miss Simpson, I'm at City Hall and I'm going to drive east on Washington Street to get to the school. Okay, if I am at City Hall, what direction and what street or road do I need to drive to get to the library? All right, you should have said, if I'm at City Hall, I need to take Peach Avenue north to get to the library. So if I'm sitting right here at the library, what direction and what street do I need to drive in order to get all the way right here to the museum? Okay, if I'm right here at the library and I take Apple Lane all the way to the museum, I will have gone east. Okay, so some other questions you're going to see is the scale. So this says 1 inch equals 1 mile. So 1 inch on your ruler is going to equal 1 mile. So we are going to measure from one direction or one distance to another distance to see, or one place to another place to see how many miles it is to drive there. So if I go from City Hall, and I drive all the way to the school, I know you can't see that, but I'm going to put my finger on the ruler, bring it to you. How many inches is that? You should have said, oh, that's 10 inches. Okay, so if I have 10 inches, how many miles is it going to take me to drive from City Hall to the school? You should have said 10, because if 1 inch is 1 mile, then 10 inches is going to be 10 miles. Okay, let's look from the museum to the school. How many inches? Remember, 1 inch on the ruler equals 1 mile on this map. So we're going to look from the museum all the way, need to back down at the correct put my finger on it. And I am going to bring it to you. How many inches is that? 7. So how many miles am I going to drive to get to, man, this keeps getting smaller and larger. How many miles am I going to drive to get from the museum to the school? You're right, 7 miles. If I have 7 inches, it equals 7 miles. Okay, let's try another one. Let's do from the museum to Madison Park. So if I start at the museum and I measure to Madison Park, I put my finger on it so you can see. How many inches is that? Can't hear you. Oh, you're right, it's 4. So how many miles would it take, how many miles would I drive from the museum to Madison Park? If I have 4 inches, it's gonna be 4 miles. You are correct. Okay, so I hope that you understand how to use a scale, and I hope you understand how to use cardinal directions. So today for your assignment, it is a Google assignment. You are going to be using these strategies that I just taught you, these skills I just taught you, the cardinal directions and how to use a scale, and you are going to do that with a map on your iPad. All right, you guys, y'all have fun with social studies today.